Okay guys, we are going to be making some snickerdoodles today. I've got a cup and a half of sugar in there, and I'm just going to add 2 sticks of softened butter. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you where I attempted the snickerdoodles with monk fruit and what they looked like, the reaction they had versus using sugar. I was trying to keep it at a lower glycemic index and it just did not work. So we are going to go ahead and make these with sugar. So I need 2 sticks of the butter. Okay, now I'm going to get the paddle put back on and get this mixed up. While it's mixing, I'm going to grab the dry ingredients. Okay, now I am adding 2 eggs. And vanilla. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my first cup of flour. It is a cup of all-purpose flour. And I also have half teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. That's going to go in with that first cup. You can sift it all together if you want before you put it in. But I still have about a cup to a cup and a half of flour that still has yet to go in. Okay, and we'll get that last cup in. I'm going to round it off instead of measuring out a half cup. I have my oven preheating to 350, and I have a cookie sheet with parchment paper on it. Let me scrape this down just to make sure we don't have any flour in the bottom. Everything looks good. Now the recipes will tell you to refrigerate this for 10 to 20 minutes before you bake it. I've done it both ways. We're going to go ahead and make this into balls and get them rolled in the cinnamon and sugar. Now my cinnamon and sugar is actually the monk fruit that I'm going to be using. So because I did know from the last time I made them that worked well. It's just when you try to put it in the dough that it was a fail. I'm going to use this scoop, but you don't have to. You can just, roll them with your hands if you're making them for your family especially. And then just get these balls put on the cookie sheet. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my first ones rolled and ready to go in the oven. Okay, so I got the first set rolled and ready to go into the oven. If you want, you can give them a little smush. You certainly don't have to, but these are kind of large, so I'm going to give them a smush. Okay, and I'll bring you back whenever they come out of the oven. Okay guys, so we got them out of the oven and they're doing exactly what they should. They were a little puffy, but they're starting to go ahead and drop. The cracks are where they should be. They look really, really good. So once they drop a little bit more, I'll get these moved over to a cooling rack. And then the next thing I want to do with the rest of the video is I want to put out some without the cinnamon and sugar to see how they are as a chewy vanilla cookie. Okay, so give them a smush. We're going to see how they are in just a plain old yummy vanilla chewy cookie. Okay, so got the vanilla cookies out, and same thing, they look good. They've puffed up, but they're starting to fall and crack just like we want them to. So as soon as they cool off, we'll test them. Hey guys, as you can see, these Snickerdoodles did not take. These were made with monk fruit. Although the texture was great, the taste was great. There is something in that combination that is not allowing it to react the way it is supposed to, where the cookie spreads out, puffs up, and then drops and gives it that little wrinkled look, right? The same thing happened when I tried to use this. Even though it says great for baking, it failed on a oatmeal cake as well as Snickerdoodles. Now what they're both good for is to make the sugar that you roll them in. That is fine. It's something in the baking though that neither one of these worked. So just an FYI there, in case you're trying to make these low glycemic, then it's not going to work. Not on a Snickerdoodle, maybe for a different cookie. Because, you know, you can see they're puffy. Yeah, it's just not going to work.